Good morning, Fernport High School students, parents, teachers, well-wishers. It's another new day. It's another new morning. Thank God it's Friday. It's October 29, 2021. I'm glad that you are able to be with us this morning as we pray together, worship together, listen to each other, and ask God to take control in our midst. I know, as usual, we're going to start with some music. And this morning, we're going to start with Jermaine Edwards' Beautiful Day.
This morning I woke up and I look in the mirror and every part of my body was in place. Many people died and never saw this day. So another day I live, I appreciate. Don't ever wanna act too high and mighty, cause tomorrow I can fall down on my face. So in everything, Lord, I give you praise, and that puts a smile on my face. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day, beautiful day. Don't fuss and fight, let us unite. We got one life, so let's make it right. It's a beautiful day, yeah. It's a beautiful day. Valleys of the shadows of death, I will fear no evil, won't be dismayed. When I see the clock ticking away and things are not in place, everything in life happens for a reason. Disappointment comes with a lesson. It's for me to get wiser, got to work harder. In the end, it will get better. Lord, I thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Please don't fuss and fight, let us unite, let us unite, yeah. So let's make it right. It's a beautiful day, yeah. It's a beautiful day. You may not have much, but you're living day by day. You can have faith and don't want to work. Get up off that seat and put that brain to work. Hey, hey, it's a beautiful day. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. Hey, it's a beautiful day.
All right, it's a beautiful day indeed. This morning, we have one of our own, a student of this noble institution, a marine biologist from Parents College Hall, Beverly St. Anne, lecturer of marine sciences and academic coordinator at the University of the West Indies Discovery Bay Marine Laboratory. He has worked with the University of the West Indies for over 17 years and a key member of the UWI Center for Marine Sciences team, assisting to secure and manage over $5 million worth of project funding in various fields of research in marine sciences and environmental management. He has spent over 10 years studying mangrove rehabilitation in Jamaica and one of the island's primary consultants on mangrove ecology, conservation and coastal forest rehabilitation, writing the relevant mangrove wetland ecology sections in numerous EIAs, technical report and proposal for Jamaica's major environmental consultant firm. He holds a bachelor degree in zoology and botany and a Master of Science degree in tropical ecosystem assessment and monitoring and a PhD in marine sciences from the University of the West Indies. He's also a registered farmer, novice plumber, and firmly believes in skill training for all youth. It is my privilege and honor this morning to welcome back to Ferncourt. He's always been working with us because he's currently president of the local chapter of the Past Student Association. And he's here this morning to give us some brief words as we continue to work together in shaping our nation's children. Good morning, Dr. Camilo Trench.
Let me unmute. Good morning, good morning. Thank you very much, Principal Thomas and the rest of the Ferncourt team. It is my absolute pleasure to be here, and I'm happy I can finally join you for one of these morning sessions.
So it's over to you now.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Thomas, and thank you for Ferncourt executive. So I should offer a word of prayer. Is that correct? Okay, so let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you this morning for putting us together, for putting us on this earth, for making us available for today. There are many in this world, on the island of Jamaica, that this morning they are not able to attend for whatever reasons. I ask you to strengthen and endear our school, our teachers, our administrators, our clerical ancillary staff to do their best every day to be mentally strong and resilient. I ask you to hold up our students who, through this added difficult time, students already have a difficult time mostly during school, and now the COVID pandemic has made it worse. Help them to be mentally strong, Lord. Help them to prepare for the future. We know that you are capable of making us strong mentally, and this is what will prepare us to not only deal with success, but deal with disappointment, deal with failure, and rebound from this all. We know that there are brighter days ahead. Just help us to remember that and to focus on the brighter days ahead. I thank you for Ferncourt High School, and I am well aware that this has been a great part of my life. It has helped shape me from 10 years old to current. So please give them continued guidance and give them the strength, togetherness, and spirit of family that they need, especially at this time. Amen. So this morning, when the principal asked me to be a guest on this morning devotion, I did not hesitate. Despite my physical absence, it was an opportunity for me to just share with the school body a little bit of myself, and hopefully, I don't see myself as an inspirational speaker, but hopefully I can touch a positive nerve with somebody this morning. And I want to speak with you very briefly about resilience. Now, what is resilience? We've all heard the term before. It is talking about your ability to rebound from negative situations. It is talking about your toughness. And this is not just physical toughness. This can also be mental, emotional, psychological, and can also be financial. So as a marine biologist, I speak a lot about resilience. And I have to liken this topic to my work. Now, sadly, well, let me start with the positive. I am currently on an island called Bonnier. Many people have not heard about it. Even going through the airport, some people like, where are you going? Right, even a customs officer in the US asked me, where? And I'm like, yes, that's a place. Now, it has a small population, and Bonnier, owned by the Dutch government, they have put in virtually all their resources into making this country a nature destination. And I did a scuba dive in the downtown area of Kralendijk, that's the capital, a couple of days ago. And I was a little bit taken aback by how clean the water is. Now, if I should do a scuba dive downtown Ocho Rios, which maybe has a comparable population of the whole island of Bonaire, it would be a completely different thing. The water was so clean. You had coral reef growing right next to the shoreline where you had all the restaurants and bars. And this is not a mistake. The coral reef system on the shoreline in Bonaire is resilient because of the inputs they have done. They have not allowed any waste from their toilets to enter the sea. It is very different for us in Jamaica, where we have not planned properly. So resilience is just that. Resilience, getting resilient is all about planning. Sometimes we don't even intentionally set out to plan this properly. It's something that we may have inherited from a parent, a role model, you know. However, I want to encourage the students, especially this morning, to plan. And planning to me is this word that they call ambition. Okay, what do you envision for yourself? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I don't even want to go to 20 or 30 years. Start to look at your life in small blocks. Your main job right now is to be a student. So by having the ambition to be a top chef, a mechanic, a lawyer, an engineer, a land surveyor, a nurse, a teacher, whatever profession you want to be, or somebody who deals with construction, that is ambition, and you have to chart a way to get there. And that will make you more resilient if you put the right things in place. So to be resilient, to be strong, to be mentally tough, to be physically tough, to be financially tough, you have to prepare. And how do you prepare? Just a couple of tips, and this is just from my head. You need to have good health. There is a saying, I'm not so sure if I don't think it's a Jamaican saying, I think it's a worldwide saying that your health is your wealth. You need to have good quality food. In some cases, you're maybe not getting the best quality food because of your financial circumstances, but definitely stay away from lots of sugar, lots of salt, and lots of starches. So if you should choose to eat meat and vegetables as much as possible. Avoid substance abuse. Anything that alters your body from the normal state should not be abused. Things like alcohol, cigarettes, marijuana, etc. These are not things that you should abuse. Now, you're going to be old enough one day where you can make the decision to treat yourself to these things, but anything that is a treat should be just that. It's not something you should do every day. Okay, and I'm sure that there are some young people in this devotion this morning that are saying, you know, I smoke marijuana, but bear in mind that, and studies have shown that developing minds are seriously affected by this. If it's an older mind like myself, it's more for recreation, but when your brain is developing, this is not something you want to get into. All right, so be moderate with your treats in life, or don't have these treats at all. People who have very healthy bodies do not abuse themselves with these things. Your skills and education. You're in school right now to get an education. And very befitting in the song a couple of minutes ago, Jermaine Edwards says, put that brain to work. Remember, students, your main job is to be a student. Anything else you want to pursue in life after being a good student, it will be there waiting for you. Okay? Whether it's relationships, whether it's fun, whether it's travel, adventure, whatever the case is. If you put your brain to work and make sure that you are very marketable when it comes to your education, it will all be better in the future. There's no need to rush it when you're 15, 16, 17, and you can take it from me. I certainly lived some of the best days of my life in my late 20s, 30s. I have a job that affords me to travel a fair amount. And I am absolutely positively confident that it is because of my education, skills, attitude, and ambition. In the last 3 weeks, I've been to 4 countries, and I returned to Jamaica on Sunday. And this is all because of my skill sets, and my education, which started right there in Ferncourt High School. So higher education gives you the opportunity to be resilient. Not to say everybody will go on to do a master's or a PhD, because I can tell you I did a PhD and it was very mentally taxing. Not everybody will have the patience to do this high level of paperwork. But nowadays, in first world countries, a master's or a first degree is commonplace. It's not so commonplace in Jamaica because a lot of students from high school will not have the wherewithal and the push to get to a tertiary education. But I tell you, if you want to be competitive in this world, be a good student, get a degree, and then worry about the rest. And for those who have financial constraints, that is not a constraint from an education. I have seen dozens, hundreds of students right there from Ferncourt High School and other schools right across the world. If they get the good grades, the scholarships will come. If you're a good student and the good grades are there, God will find a way for you, or this society will find a way to push you. And ask for help. There are lots of scholarships out there. You'll be surprised to know the amount of scholarships that people don't uptake. And they're there for the taking, and the Kingston and the Mobile schools take them up, and those country schools we just make them go to waste. But we don't try. But that's an academic scholarship or a sports scholarship. And I'm very happy that Ferncourt is getting back into a sport culture right now. Okay. And also I want to advocate to you, get a skill or get many skills. Okay. A skill can help you fall back on hard times if you don't get your dream job. Because a lot of us will not get our dream job. My first job was as a teacher. It was not my dream job. It was a very respectable job and I did very well at it, but I wanted to be a diving marine biologist. And I had the education and I had the skills. I learned to scuba dive right there in Ocho Rios. And when the chance came that I could get a relevant job, I was prepared. I was not lamenting to say, oh, I don't have my right job. I just prepared myself and when the time came. And I can tell you, I was at Ocho Rios High. And I remember I got the call while I was in a staff meeting and I said to the principal, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to resign and go now. But it is, I gave a month notice and then I was gone because I was prepared to go if I went into the interview and I did not have the requisite skills. In fact, one of the skills that made me get the job was not because of a degree in marine sciences or my CXCs, although they put me there. What put me apart from all of the other candidates was the fact that I was a hands-on person. I could do plumbing and painting and a little bit of carpentry. So I basically told him in the interview, I'm a plumber with a degree. And I remember the interview panel, they laughed for about 3 minutes straight. And there and then, I was guaranteed for that job. Okay? So skills are very important. It can help you to feed yourself. And us, especially on the North Coast, we turn up our nose at the dirt. Get your hands dirty, or if you want to be a fire manager, be a fire manager. But definitely, we need to feed ourselves more, and Jamaica is falling back in that regard. So I want to encourage everybody, not just the students, but the teachers as well. You need to eat a little bit of what you grow and be self-sustaining. I remember during the height of COVID, my family, we could feed ourselves if nothing else come into the island. My mother grows chickens, and we have plantains, bananas, sweet potato. I could get some Irish potato from my good friend, Demar Sylvester, and the list can go on and on. Okay, pak chai, little bit of lettuce, some peppers, little things like that you can do for yourself. These are all skills. Learn to cook, learn to lay a block, learn to do something. You need a skill, learn to sew. You need something, you need a skill. It cannot just be your degree or whatever you do academically. And get mentally prepared for hard times. And I think this is very important. Do not spoil yourself, even if you have a little bit of financial resources. You must be prepared to eat and drink minimally if the time arises. All right? I am maybe a prime example. I have been in some of the most luxurious hotels in this world because of the work I do. I was in one in the Cayman Islands the other day. It was a hotel is something like $700-800 a night. I was working for somebody who they owned the hotel. So, but a couple of days later, I was in a mangrove forest and all we had to eat for all day were granola bars and we had to satisfy granola bars and water. Okay. And in some cases, you're out in the bush and you have to eat. For example, I've eaten stingrays for dinner, okay, in remote locations. So not because of a certain academic level, you have to act as if you're better than certain food. Mackerel and white rice is one of my favorite food. And I can eat that in the drop of a dime. I can eat the mackerel straight out of the can. And that makes me resilient. So I can go anywhere in this world. And if I go to China and they're serving something that we don't eat in Jamaica, once it's not poisonous, I can tell you, if I need to eat it, I will eat it to survive. Okay? So prepare yourself for those hard times. Like now, during the COVID pandemic, you're still doing online classes. Just keep it at the back of your mind that this will pass. And it is getting better. People are getting more vaccinated. People are returning to work face-to-face, etc. And it will certainly get better. And this pandemic has shown us that resilience is so important. Okay? So I hope these tips or opinion that I've given you will be useful going forward. I want to say thanks again to the Ferncourt team. I have been working alongside the Ferncourt High School administration for a number of years now, and I'm very happy to see that it is improving, and that is why I'm still encouraged to continue. I remember my first project in the Past Student Association, before it was so formally structured, was we did a refurbishing of the physics lab. And one of the reasons why I did that is because when I was at school there, I remember we couldn't do CXE chemistry because the lab was in such a poor condition. And I kind of put it in the back of my mind that that's a way that I'm going to give back. And ever since I got involved with that project, I've been involved with the Past Student movement, and very happy that we're getting some results and we're having some real school pride happening right now. So to the teachers and the administration, I want to say you're doing a great job. And past students are feeling more proud than they have ever felt in the last 20 years, I can tell you. I guarantee that statement. If I put out a survey, everyone will agree. The past student pride is going up. So keep up the good work and do your best to hold up the students in this difficult time. Students, please hold up yourself mentally. It will pass. It will absolutely pass. Okay? And remember, focus on being a good student with some skills. You are going to leave Ferncourt High School as an adult. Do not leave like a breadfruit. Leave with something in your head and something in your hands, something in your muscle memory. Okay, so I hope I haven't held it for too long. And I wish you guys a productive day, a productive year. And 2020 will be even more productive. 2022 will be more productive for us. Thank you very much, Mr. Thomas.
And thank you, Dr. Camilo Trench, for doing the online assembly for us this morning. In your quiet and calm way, you remind us that we must plan. You remind our students to, what do they see themselves in the next 5 years? How do you envision yourself? And these are key questions that we have to remind our students each time. You also remind us that we must be competitive. You even share experiences where, because of your qualification and education experience, you take you all over the world. And you also remind us that skill is very important. Skill is very important. Thank you. And I know you will continue to work with us as we continue to build our future, our students, because I believe, and we all believe, that they are our future. Thank you. All right, colleagues and students, parents, want to remind you that on Mondays and Fridays, we have online assembly at 8 a.m. I want you to come on and to ensure that you hear from different persons and different perspectives as we continue to look at ways and means to reach to all our students and to get them more prepared. Even though COVID-19 is with us, we still cannot give up. As Dr. Camilo Trench reminded, we can't just give up here. We just have to get ourselves prepared mentally for hard times. And I think we are in that season now, but we have to continue to at least keep our school schedule as best as possible, whether it's online or hopefully in the near future, face-to-face for some students. So I want you to remind you Mondays and Fridays at 8 a.m. We also have a special activity this afternoon. It's part of HFLE Day. HFLE Day, it's a Breast Awareness Day this afternoon at 1:50 live here on our YouTube channel. So I want you to come on at 1:50 this afternoon for Breast Awareness Day from our HFLE team. We also want to remind our students and parents that they need to log onto our My School Jamaica for registration. Each morning starting at 7:50. So our registration online start at 7:50 to 8 o'clock. Sometimes we go as far as 8:25, depends. But remember, if you don't log into our My School Jamaica platform, you will not be marked present. So this is just a reminder to the students that you must go on the My School Jamaica platform each morning, look for your form class, go into that classroom and ensure that you do as your form teacher instructs you to do. It's very, 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 very important. So it's now time, or we're over time. On behalf of the management here and staff, students, we want to wish you all a productive weekend and see you back on Monday. It's going to be the 1st of November. Time is moving so fast. So we will start after the singing Christmas carols. Have a good day and I'll see you back Monday, same time where we do it all over again for you.